Hey folks, welcome to Mad Dog and Merrill's Midwest Grilling. I'll be Mad Dog.
And I'll be Merrill, and you know what? We got some great Memorial Day weekend ideas for you.
We sure do. I'll tell you what, we have the Oneida Nation Veterans Memorial behind us here.
Beautiful.
Now Oneida are the people of the Standing Stone, and so they have the wall that honors the Oneida Nation veterans behind us here.
That's right.
And what a great little idea here. All the great different wars that happened throughout the year.
Really something to see, some very good history there. And then Mad Dog and I visited the new Oneida market.
Yeah, we picked up a lot of great products there.
And something different. I mean, this is something, I'm excited about this show. I really am. You don't see this on ordinary television.
We have some great bison, we have some grass-fed beef, we have the Black Angus, we have a lot of homemade products from Junhinqua, some of the salsas, some of the pickles, some of the great items, so stay tuned. And by the way, hey folks, you can order most of the products, so we'll talk about it as we go along. Yeah. All the products, jarred and the dry good products, you can order the products online at shoponeida.org. So if you want to write that down now, we'll be right back to do a lot of great grilling.
Gonna be a good time.
Mad Dog and Merrill's Midwest Grillin' is brought to you by Modern Home Products, the makers of MHP, Phoenix, and Profire Grills. All natural Golden Plump Chicken, Minnesota and Wisconsin raised. It's golden good. Cherry Delight, a Door County original. Renard's Cheese of Door County. Get your squeak on. The Oneida Nation and the new Oneida Market. Crisp Kraut, the world's finest sauerkraut, proudly produced in Wisconsin for over a century. And by UW Provision, the meat people, and so much more.
Well, welcome back to Mad Dog and Merrill's Midwest Grilling. Today's show is all about Junhinqua.
Yes.
The place that provides. And it's from planting to harvest to packaging, all for the Oneida Nation. And you can find those at the Oneida Market. And by the way, the Oneida Market, when you're in the Green Bay area,
right,
and you're visiting the area, it's at the intersection of Packerland and Larson. It's just north of Mason Street on Packerland, and it's all about the Junhinqua. And I'm gonna let you, I'm gonna let you start with your burgers.
I'm excited about this because normally you always see commercialized products. Well, I shouldn't say that we use all the time, but this, you could get this at the Oneida Market. We're talking, number one, we're talking about bison burgers, all right? Ground up bison.
Delicious.
Very healthy, lean, very good for you. The salsas that I have, I got a green salsa, obviously, and I got a red salsa.
Yep, all produced by the Junhinquas.
Right, and let's talk about the white corn flour too. That's something different that a lot of people don't realize that they can use.
Ganastoa.
Ah, you are good. See, I didn't mess that all up. I'm glad that. So I'll use it, call it the white corn flour.
Ganastoa.
You got it. I like it. But I've got around 3 pounds of ground bison here. Okay. Now what's going to make this a little bit different? If you wanted to, I can make this almost into a meatloaf if I wanted to. But I'm going to do it into patties like this. But I'm going to go ahead and use some of the green salsa.
By the way.
Oh yeah, you can do that. Now I've got some green salsa, and I'm gonna place, I just sprinkle a little bit of the white flour. I'm just doing that because that will bind all the products and everything together. That's fine.
Oh,
that's beautiful. Okay, all right. But you're just gonna mix this up, mix this all together. Now, if I wanted to, I could have used the red salsa in there. I could have used any other product that I wanted to. I could have used bacon, but I'm gonna mix this up. I'm gonna put these in the patties. I got 3 pounds. I'm going to easily get a good 6 patties out of this.
Nice little south of the border bison burgers.
Oh, you've got it. And here's another thing. These cook very easy, very fast. You want to grill this on a really nice medium heat. Okay, about 4 to 5 minutes on each side. When you're grilling bison, it's a very lean cut of meat. The same thing when you're doing steaks too. So, all right, I'll let you get a cut in there. You are cutting.
You know, should we top one of you? No, wait. I'm going to cut up some leeks because we're actually going to top Merrill's burgers with a little bit of leeks and a little bit of the red salsa. But we have the bison tenderloin. And it's so lean, so high in protein, so high in iron and vitamin B12. It's phenomenal. And I've got some great little roll-ups on the grill. We're gonna take that bison tenderloin, and I'm just gonna zigzag cut some nice little sections. And I'll finish these up in a little bit here, but we got some wonderful bacon. You can find some great bacon also available at the market, so it's a one-stop. And I'm just gonna place a little bit of the bison tenderloins at one end of the bacon. Nice little roll-ups. And people are so concerned that because bison is so lean that they have a difficult time keeping moisture in it. Just slow cook the bison products. They come out just absolutely delicious. So I'm gonna make a bunch of these little roll-ups, and Let me show these.
Yeah,
on there.
go ahead.
Aren't those delicious? Can you get a close-up mirror? Well, Mr. Cameraman wants
I'll
you to move
move
that
out
way
of the
just a
way.
little bit. But look at these. And these are over at just a nice medium direct heat. You turn them a couple of times, and they're just fantastic. Sometimes called little Diablos, but they're just wonderful on the grill. The bacon browns up beautifully. The bison in the center is so nice and tender and moist. It's
I like
unbelievable. Merrill's Bison
Yeah,
Burgers.
I just want to share a little bit on the bison burgers. Actually, you could put that as a meatball if you wanted to. But because of the white corn flour, that's why everything is really
Gonna
sticking
stew
together. Like that. That can stick together, but you just go ahead and form it into a patty. It works out really good.
It really does.
I didn't mean to interrupt your
No,
sir,
that's
but
really
I wanted
good.
to really get
Hey,
that
and
going
one
out
of
there.
the things that we found at the market that I can't believe I've ever found, I don't think I've found it before, it's Black Angus ring bologna.
And I have never seen it before, to be quite honest. With all our travels, and with that, I can't wait to try that. I've never had it before. I really can't wait.
And it's from the Oneida Nation Farms, and so are the bison. So we have Oneida Nation Farm is the bison, also our beautiful bison tenderloin. And I think it's time to do a little package deal here.
All right.
I'm going to take this little mitt off here.
Okay.
I'm going to grab your bun.
All right,
I'm going to grab
the
a bison burger
Oh
right
yeah,
here.
good, fine,
We're
fine.
going to put a little bit of a beautiful red salsa over the top of that.
And can I add again, I like it because it's not a commercialized product. This is what's very unique about this. If you want to spice things up, spruce something up in the backyard for the Memorial Day weekend, that's beautiful, sir.
Nice little pickle that's handmade, hand-canned at down at the Junhinqua.
I think you better
At
put
the
another one
cannery.
out there.
I know you love pickles. These are delicious. I've had the
That
pickles
one's
before.
too small. I'm gonna take that one. That one's too small.
Now the ring bologna, I'm going to grab that beautiful beef ring bologna. Ring bologna is delicious on the grates of the grill. That's piping hot, so don't believe me if it's not. About 6, 7, 8 minutes on both sides. And also they grow, they harvest, and they can some beautiful pickled beets. And I'm just going to toss some pickled beets out there because we're going to serve that with that ring bologna. And we're going to serve that on the side. I'm going to grab some of my little Diablos here, and let's set those out there. So the bisons are easy. Bison is easy to do. The Black Angus is easy to do, and it's all delicious. It's all healthy for you. It helps to lower your cholesterol. Great products, wonderful stuff. Did we forget something here?
No, but it's a nice healthy meal.
We have the wonderful pickles, we got the beets, we've got the little Diablos, we got your beautiful bison burgers over there.
Life's good.
Life is good.
Something different. Remember, something completely different.
And I'll tell you what, when you come back, I've got some wonderful white corn soup. That's just phenomenal.
It is.
And
I've already sipped a little
It is
bit of
delicious,
It's
isn't
good.
it?
I like it. I like
And
it.
the flavor is nothing you ever had before.
Mad Dog and Merrill's Midwest Grillin' is brought to you in part by the Oneida Nation and Cherry Delight.
Researchers from the University of Vermont reveal that tart cherry juice can reduce muscle pain and damage from exercise. Country Ovens uses the power of Montmorency red tart cherries to create our cherry juice drink. Made from premium Door County cherries, our juice drink is a great way to help repair your muscle and reduce inflammation. Stop in today and give our Cherry Delight cherry juice drink a try. The only thing you have to lose is an achy muscle. Just 30 minutes from Green Bay, Country Ovens is an essential stop when visiting Door County.
In the shadow of Lambeau Field, walk the path of legends, a historical tribute to the legacy of Green Bay football. Just down the road, discover more of what the Oneida Nation has to offer. From the rolling hills of Buffalo Bluff and the magic of traditional smoke dancing to the exquisite variety of standing stone buffet, and so much more in between. Oneida offers a wide variety of culture and experiences. It's all right here. Saguli, welcome to the Oneida Nation.
Wisconsin grillers can find Mad Dog and Merrill's signature spices, sauces, and marinades at these fine retailers. Happy grillin'!
Grillers, Mad Dog and Merrill here.
Whatever your grill choice, you need great flavors.
All natural American wood fibers, maple, oak, hickory.
Or mesquite and apple.
Here's a Mad Dog and Merrill's great flavors tip.
Take a sheet of foil, mix and match a handful of Great Flavors pellets, seal with a smokestack top, and place by heat source.
In a few minutes, you will have competition-style great flavor.
15 or convenient 2-pound bags, 5 great flavors. Available online at greatflavors.com.
If you have a comment or suggestion about today's show, contact us at maddogandmerrill.com. And don't forget to friend us on Facebook.
Northern Wisconsin, a place of peace, a place of beauty, a place to create family memories that will last a lifetime. If you're interested in real estate in Wisconsin's North Woods, go to ElisonRealty.com. ElisonRealty.com is the area's most advanced website and gives you access to all the Northern Wisconsin listings. ElisonRealty.com, the ultimate Northwoods search engine.
MHP, Phoenix, and Profire grills used on today's show are available at these fine retailers. Go to modernhomeproducts.com to find a dealer near you.
Well, welcome back to Mad Dog and Merrill's Midwest Grill, and I hope you're enjoying the great Memorial Day ideas already. Summer is just barely beginning. A lot of great opportunities to do some wonderful cooking. We had a chance to visit the Oneida Market, remember, at the intersection of Packerland and Larson, or in Green Bay, or you can order online, shoponeida.org. And I made some white corn soup.
Yes, you did.
And white corn soup is a tradition that's been passed on for generations and generations with the Oneidas. And it's basically in the fall when the harvest of the white corn, they braid the white corn. At the Junhinquas, they braid the white corn and they dry it, and they actually harvest it and they put it into packages like this, so you can make white corn soup. You can make chilies, you can make casseroles. Anytime there's corn or even beans, as far as I'm concerned, in recipes, you can interchange it with the white corn, and you can get that at the Oneida Market. Now, I love making soups.
I know you do. He's a soup king.
And no two soups are alike. The traditional white corn soup is on the back of the package, or you can go online, like I did on the websites, and look at different recipes. But what I did is I started out with a basic stock.
Okay.
And I took some smoked hocks, and you can actually get some beautiful smoked hocks, by the way, at the Oneida Market. And they're split in half, and this is a different one because I've got that one in the soup there, but they're just gorgeous, gorgeous smoked hocks. So that was my stock. I added the white corn to that also, and some of the leeks because it has a nice little onion flavor. And I cooked up the white corn stock really nice, and it doesn't take very long at all. To hydrate these back to it. And you can also, by the way, when you go to the refrigerator case at the market, sure, they actually have the fresh hulled white corn. So it's already fresh and it's already just gorgeous. You can just dump it right in the soups and start anew right there. You can use the beans. You can add the green beans. I did my own version of Three Sisters white corn soup. And the Three Sisters, when you're talking Native Americans, when you're talking the Oneidas, they would plant the corn. They would take a little individual plots of areas of soil. They would plant the corn, let it to get about yay high, and then they'd plant beans and they'd plant squash.
Okay.
So as the corn would grow, the beans would tower up onto the corn and utilize that as a pole. But in the same realm, the beans are planted all around that area, so it holds the stalk in case there's wind. So it battens down the hatches. Yeah. And then the squash itself will lay itself out over the land so that it retains moisture, so that it de-weeds the soil. Okay. And all three protect each other, just like Mother Earth gave the Three Sisters to the natives. The Three Sisters work together to protect each other.
It all works together.
Yeah, and you can throw winter squash in there. I goofingly threw zucchini in there. You can do leeks, you can do beans, you can do green beans. The normal white corn soup is just basically, and the white corn soup is like when you taste like corn tortillas.
Well, it is. I already snuck and tasted some.
It is so delicious.
I can't get on it enough. You got to try something different.
Exactly.
You know,
right.
A lot of people have never tried this, and you can get this. It's very easy to get, and it's amazing on the flavor.
Now here, let me show you my version of white corn soup made with the Three Sisters, and the natives probably would not have made it similar to this, but close possibly. But it is absolutely delicious, and you can see the white corn in there. There's part of the hocks that I use for the stock. And it really is just absolutely delicious, and the flavor that's bounding off from there is phenomenal. And you can get that at the Oneida Market at the intersection of Larson and Packerland, or you can go online and shop shoponeida.org. And I can't wait to dish into that. And I'm going to let you. This is actually a grass-fed beef.
Right.
And the grass-fed beef is from Junhinqua. And then when you get to the Oneida farms where the bison are, then you can get the gorgeous Black Angus, and that's the two different porterhouses that we see here today.
Right, and you can see the difference. You can see the difference on the color here. I'm going to do something a little bit different here today, which there again, we're talking about the corn flour. We got some corn mush flour here too. I've actually blended the two together. Now what's interesting is the corn mush, which I haven't talked about here, is, let me pour even
it's
some
more
of this.
coarse,
It's
right?
more coarse, all right? It's more heavier. This is more finer on the flour, but I mixed them together. And you could use any type of seasoning that you want, but I went ahead and got this at the market too, which is just a steak seasoning.
Organic.
Yeah, and you're just gonna go ahead and mix that into there, and you could use as much as you want. I don't know if I got enough. Ah, good, I got her. Mix that up. Now, if you wanted to at home, you could use some garlic or pepper, but what a lot of people don't realize is that you can use any type of a flour product and cook it on the grill. Now, the big thing that I'm doing here on the steaks is I'm rubbing this with a little bit of olive oil on both sides here.
To help seal in that flavor.
You got it. Rub that in on both sides. Got to get it on the other side there too. Now all what this is going to do is actually make the corn mush flour and the corn flour to stick very well in it. How's your soup?
Merrill wanted to put the oil on before we started this little segment, but I knew if he took a little bit longer, I could eat some soup.
Thanks. Well,
You're doing a great job.
Thank you. How is the soup?
It's
Good?
delicious. It really
All
is.
right.
That white corn is phenomenal.
But okay, now on this one here, I'm going to throw this right in. You know what? While you're doing that.
Here, let me help you move that pan.
No, okay, that's fine. That's fine there. This I'll go ahead and put in. You can place a little oil, but I'm going to go ahead and put that in a cast iron skillet. You want that skillet to go ahead and preheat for a good 10-15 minutes. You really want about at 425 degrees. What I've done earlier, matter of fact, is I brown this up in the skillet, 3 to 4 minutes on each side, and then put it on the grates of the grill, okay?
So you brown this beautiful porterhouse up in the skillet?
Yes, I did.
To seal it all in.
That's right.
And then you threw it on the grates of the grill.
Exactly. Now this one, though, you know what I'm going to do?
Just wait, I've got a mouthful.
All right, this one I'm just going to throw right on the grill.
Right on the grates of the grill?
Right on the grates of the grill. I'll put this on here since it's a little windy out there. Place it on. There again, 4 to 5 minutes on each side to your desired doneness. Doesn't make any difference, but it'll crisp right up. And look at the relieving for the texture on this, on the corn mush. Look at that. It's really nice. I absolutely love it. And with the flavoring on that, it's just unbelievable.
And you know, when you go through the cases at the Oneida market for the different meats, they have the different cuts of steaks, like the porterhouses, the New York strips. They have the beautiful ribeyes. They have the bison tenderloin that we used earlier.
Right.
They got that beautiful Black Angus ring bologna.
You know what? I never got to eat any of that.
It was good. It was good. You should have had it.
Well, I know. I wanted that because you never get to see that anymore.
Yeah, you should have dove in
but
like
hey,
I
just
did.
a quick peek. See how that's starting to brown already?
Let's show him right there.
Hey, Mr. Cameraman,
Lift that
can
right
you see
up.
that?
Lift that right
Look
up.
at that. See, it's starting to brown already.
Yeah.
Even over here, look at this. Look at that.
Sealing it in.
Sealing in. Comes out very, very good.
Well, I'll tell you what, we got a treat for you at the Oneida markets. You can find some wonderful teas.
Yes.
And you won't believe the things you can do with outdoor grilling with different flavored teas and get different flavors out of each one of those teas.
I can't wait for that segment either.
Coming right up.
I'm excited.
Mad Dog and Merrill's Midwest Grillin' is brought to you in part by Renard's Cheese of Door County and Golden Plump Chicken.
Hi, I'm Lexanne with G&P Company, the people behind Golden Plump Chicken. Hunger is increasing in our local communities, and it can really happen to anyone. Our company, along with Midwest Grilling, proudly supports food shelves throughout the Midwest. You can help by contacting your local food shelf and asking them how you can donate your time or much-needed food items. Together, we can make a difference.
A public service message from the GNP Company and Mad Dog and Merrill.
Fire up that grill.
Grillers throughout Minnesota can buy Mad Dog and Merrill's signature spices, sauces, and marinades at these participating stores. Happy grillin'!
Following World War II, Cameron Peckham and Al Pulvermacher formed Al Cam Creamery in Richland Center, Wisconsin. It's been nearly 70 years and many things have changed, but their passion for quality, taste, and excellence has not.
We do one thing at Alcam. We make butter, and we do that very, very well.
Whether it's in quarters, solids, whipped, or hand-rolled. Butter is an Alcam tradition in which you can taste the difference.
Fire up that grill.
Mad Dog and Merrill prefer to grill select meat from UW Provision, purveyors of fine quality meat. Ask your local butcher if their meat is from UW Provision, the meat people, and so much more.
Arthritis affects about 1/4 of Americans and has been called the coming epidemic. Many who suffer this painful disease have sworn for years that tart cherry juice minimized their symptoms. Now these claims are supported by scientific evidence. The University of Michigan states that tart cherries may play a role in reducing the pain of arthritis. Country Ovens offers a delicious tart cherry juice drink with and without sugar. Just 30 minutes from Green Bay, Country Ovens is an essential stop when visiting Door County.
Hey, welcome back to Mad Dog and Merrill's Midwest Grilling. We're going to do a little segment, Grilling with Teas. And at the Oneida Market, they got this wall of all these great, gorgeous, different flavors of teas. Herbal teas, black teas, white teas, green teas, oolong. They have teas that are used for medicinal purposes. And right now I'm going to do a brine.
Okay, people don't think about that.
And brines are delicious. Brines in the old days for Native Americans, they used to preserve cuts of meat. So they preserved them for the harvest from the fall, so they'd last through the winter. But we're going to take gorgeous cuts of black Angus, bison, and we're going to do some nice, beautiful brines. And brines actually open up the pores of the meat and lets moisture and flavors in, and sweeteners. So here's what we did. I took some of the tea, and I actually used the ginger tangerine, the tangerine ginger, and we don't have. We're running shy of time here.
Oh, don't be shy. We're on TV. You're on television. Don't
but
be
let me
shy.
just show this gorgeous stuff. And it's just so flavorful.
Look at that.
There's the teas right there. Now, I brewed up a nice, big, thick batch.
I could smell the tea from here. I realize it got a little wind in the air, but it's amazing how fresh that tea is.
Tangerine ginger tea. And I also added then a 1/4 cup of sea salt, and that's what's going to open up the pores of the meat and let the moisture in. I'm going to throw some steaks in there. I'm going to add some extra tangerines in there because life's good, and that adds a little extra flavor to it. Onions or leeks or garlic or herbs. At the market, they have some wonderful local honey. It's grown in Pound, Wisconsin, Pat's Honey. And I'm going to add a little bit of honey in there for sweetener. And I did this all last night, and I brined up some wonderful sirloin, some black Angus sirloin. And this has been brined. And here's the way you do the brine. You take the meat product out of the brine, you put it on the countertop, and we're going to pat it dry. And then we're going to glisten it with an oil, and we're going to season it up. So that's how you prep it. So now we've brined for about 12 hours. It opened up the pores, let the moisture of the cut of meat in. We're going to pat it dry, oil it, season it, and then when you put it on the grill, the juices are just gorgeous in there, and they're just phenomenal, and the full flavor is phenomenal of the teas. So that's the way you do brines, and it's great. Merrill, take it away.
Alrighty, a little tea action. They do have a great selection of tea there. I'm using a new tea that they call a rooibos tea. Something new, similar to your green teas, a little bit heavier, maybe for your coffee drinkers.
Sure, absolutely.
So we've done coffee rubs, but it's really, really good for this.
For tea rubs.
For tea rubs. And I'm not even going to add any brown sugar or anything into this tea. You could if you wanted to sweeten it up a little bit, but obviously the wind doesn't take it all. I'm going to sprinkle this on here. Rub that right into the steak on both sides. If you can, let that sit in the refrigerator 2 to 3 hours, because that way that the seasoning, the flavor, and everything will adhere. But this is basically the steak itself right there.
And what a great way to do the rubs, and the flavor of the teas just come right out. It's phenomenal. And then when Merrill brewed up his batch of tea, he poured it in this little misting bottle.
You missed it for me.
And you can take the cuts, and you can actually mist tea over the top of the cuts of meat as they're cooking away. And here's a great way to do it too. We're going to do a tea mop sauce. And I brewed up some almond blossom tea, and it's really thick of almond blossom. And I took some butter and I added jalapeno honey to it. and I'm gonna just melt that in that warm tea. So that's brewed up tea, and we're simply gonna use it as a little mop sauce, baste it over the top of steaks.
Life is good.
So when you're visiting the Oneida Market at the intersection of Packerland and Larson, you can pick up all the great teas, have a cup of teas. It's great stuff.
Man, I love this.
Oh man, that smells,
Ooh.
that is phenomenal.
You can smell that, that's just amazing.
It really is.
When you pour that in your hand, I could not believe it smelling the tangerine in there.
Mad Dog and Merrill's Midwest Grillin' is brought to you in part by Alcam Creamery.
Following World War II, Cameron Peckham and Al Pulvermacher formed Alcam Creamery in Richland Center, Wisconsin. It's been nearly 70 years and many things have changed, but their passion for quality, taste, and excellence has not.
We do one thing at Alcam. We make butter, and we do that very, very well.
Whether it's in quarters, solids, whipped, or hand-rolled. Butter is an Alcam tradition in which you can taste the difference.
Grillers, Mad Dog and Merrill here.
Whatever your grill choice, you need great flavors.
All natural American wood fibers, maple, oak, hickory,
Or mesquite and apple.
Here's a Mad Dog and Merrill's great flavors tip.
Take a sheet of foil, mix and match a handful of great flavors pellets, seal with a smokestack top, and place by heat source.
In a few minutes, you will have competition-style great flavor.
15 or convenient 2-pound bags, 5 great flavors. Available online at greatflavors.com.
Domestic abuse can happen to anyone, yet the problem is often overlooked, excused, or denied. Abuse is never okay, and you are not alone. My name is Jennifer, and I'm a domestic abuse survivor. Your safety, as well as the ones close to you, is a top priority, and no one should ever live in fear of a person they love. If you or someone you know is being abused or in danger, call the Domestic Violence Hotline.
A public service from Cherry Delight and Mad Dog and Merrill.
In the shadow of Lambeau Field, walk the path of legends, a historical tribute to the legacy of Green Bay football. Just down the road, discover more of what the Oneida Nation has to offer. From the rolling hills of Buffalo Bluff and the magic of traditional smoke dancing, to the exquisite variety of standing stone buffet, and so much more in between. Oneida offers a wide variety of culture and experiences. It's all right here. Saguli, welcome to the Oneida Nation.
June Hinkle is the place that provides, and the Oneida Market provided us with all the great feasts that we had here today. And I'll tell you what, you can visit them in person, or you can go online and shop oneida.org. We're going to continue to use our little bop sauce here, based away. You folks have a great one. Looks good, don't it, Merrill?
Yes, it does.
Fire up that grill.